I completed Living in Wonderment back in April 2020. A time where we were all being called to go inwards and do some very essential excavation work. And Rikke's course came along, and I have never completed an online course and wanted to complete an online course so much as I have with this one. The way that Rikke holds the energetic space across all of the locations that the participants were coming from was really, really powerful. I think there was around 20 of us, and it was all woven together in this beautiful, sensual, interconnected way. I found that the course really, it coaxed out of me more and more as the course went on, which was a quality which was already there, but my curiosity for life and finding the complete and utter magic in the smallest of moments, finding the magic in how it feels to rub my fingers together as I speak to you, how it feels to sit on the chair that I am speaking to you from. And it pointed me back to what I already have, what I have always had, and allowed me to open so widely to what is already here. And I know that's said a lot, but when Rikke does it, through her words, through her wisdom, through her stories, through the practices that she's collected over her years, training and living and being alive, I actually embodied it. I really embodied the teachings. And I think I used to intellectualize, what you need is already here. But when you sink into that on a cellular level and you reunite with your breath, you reunite with the holding field. I love the term that Rikke uses, holding field of your being, which is naturally complete in any moment. You find this love for the spectrum of emotion, the spectrum of human experience. For me, it really broke down duality. It broke down labeling things as good or bad. It just widened my being to be able to hold whatever was moving through me, and knowing that whatever was moving through me and whatever continues to move through me is a part of the whole, and not to be disregarded, but to be curiously, sensually, patiently, kindly embraced. And the practices that Rikke delivers they have a real quality to them, a really ancient, earthy, grounded quality. And being grounded is something I loved about this course, is that it does weave a considerable amount of spirituality, yes, but it's very grounded, and I found it very accessible because it always roots back to your body. And Rikke, she works in a very real way, which applies to the world as it is now and how we need to grow and shift and change. But it came at a time where I needed to be willing to open to everything that is. And the image that has kept coming to me ever since I finished the course is, I used to think of sort of the challenging emotions being here and the positive emotions being here on this kind of linear up, down, sideways spectrum. some that I would prefer not to feel and others that I did. And now I kind of see it in this circular, all of the emotions seen in this kind of circular, spherical kind of energetic space. And all of the emotions, jealousy, pain, fear, shame, embarrassment, joy, ecstasy, curiosity, confusion, silliness, all of those things are contained within the sphere. So there's no sense of better or worse. It's all part of the same thing. And living in wonderment has opened me to the possibility of being alive to all of it. And through conversation, listening to Rikke's wise words, to doing embodied practices, showing up every day and committing to living curiously. And when you live in that curiosity through the eyes of a child, through the eyes of pure amazement, even at the stickiest, most uncomfortable things, they break open and you can see the gifts and the aliveness and the pure yumminess, even in the moments which used to cause you so much discomfort. And it teaches you to love the one, to be curious, to feel, to cellularly feel the one who doesn't feel like they can connect, who doesn't feel like they can embody. What does that feel like? What do all the things that you thought you couldn't feel, the fact that you can't feel them, can you feel that? Can you feel all the layers and know that it's all a dimension of being wonderfully, beautifully human? And that is what living in wonderment has taught me, and it continues to teach me. And I go back to Rikke's meditations and back to her embodied practices, back to the full moon rituals, back to the daily check-in of what is in my holding field right now? What is here? How can I switch from judgment to curiosity, to wonderment, to living in wonderment? Thank you, Rikke. I cannot recommend this course enough. It is so powerful to be doing this work at this time, to live curiously in your own life so we can find the courage and bravery to be curious about what's out there, to bring in, to bring out. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.